Well, it came actually through the music, because c'est ça Frank. It interested me, and also because it made the story of Psyche so for me so lively. So I used the few dancers I had in the open air theatre to experiment, to see how it worked. It started the idea what to do and why to do it, and not only that one thing which were the dancers involved, but also the story. How Psyche comes out of her house, and she was always fighting with her sisters, and came back and made her little plans and little thing, and thought about something very romantic. And of course, in the how do you call it?
In the kind of another heaven.
In the other, Venus had her son, Eros, who had a good eye on Psyche. And that she knew, the old girl. She knew, and she absolutely stopped him to come down to earth to meet that girl. So that nothing happened then. But Psyche felt something. There was something strange. And her sisters always teased her and said, you're so romantic, and you always think about love and things like that. You're crazy, you're so ugly. And she was so beautiful. But the two were enormous and ugly. So they were jealous, you see. What happened? Eros, once when his mother was supposed to dressed with all her
surroundings
around her, he sneaked out and down to earth to Psyche. And he saw her nearby. And what did he do? He took her up, and she didn't know what happened. Because suddenly she was up in the sky somewhere to his forest, and put her down on a slope, something. And she fell asleep. And he knew where she was, so off he back to Mama Venus, and very innocent looking and so on and so forth. And the old girl didn't know what was going on. So all the time that was that for him to find out when he can go down to Psyche. So finally it happened. I don't know how it happened, I can't remember. But anyway, he came down and woke her up. And that's so beautiful. When he wakes her up, first her arm, her hand, her arm, and finally he lifts her up and puts her down. And she doesn't understand. She sees that beautiful boy, and she doesn't know how did she get there. And so he explained, and he loved her, and she loved him, and so on and so forth. But all that went okay, and he said, well, the only thing you can do, stay where you are, and don't move until I tell you. And she didn't move, she just sat down and watched. And what happened? The 9 moons came passing, because the stage was made like that, so beautiful. That the whole stage was one big white stair, not in the depth, but on the side, from side to side, with only cypress, these trees, and nothing more. And the stairs are completely white. And the floor, where Psyche still was imprisoned, so to speak, a green. And then all the nymphs from the wood danced for Psyche. And that was beautiful. That was the dance where the dancers really could dance, So that all that happened, and so finally the old girl upstairs, old Venus, she was not a bit old, she was beautiful, found out. And then she absolutely put her son in chains her, and that Psyche didn't allow. So she climbed up those stairs to get hold of him, and every time she came, Venus with her foot, so she fell back, and then she came up, and Eros was absolutely confused, you know. That was so tragic. This angry woman, beautiful woman, this boy, this young boy who was so much in love, this beautiful little girl who was so much in love, and they wanted each other, and they couldn't get there because the old girl was there and refused. So finally, in the end, to make it short, I invented the story that the sisters came and told her, careful, 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 this is not good for you, this will be very bad for you. And she said, no, she wanted him. She wanted him. So finally, Venus got an idea. She said, Hades, I want a small box of beauty cream. So I think I'll send you, she said to me, down to hell to get that cream. And if you do, you get my son. But she said, I know you can't. So down she went, scared. Down, and fantastic. And the lights, you know, and beautiful. And found this Hades. And Hades looked at this little girl and didn't know what she wanted. Oh, she wants that box. Oh no, he said no. And there's a picture where he holds the box up to show that's what she wants, but she's not going to get it, you know. And Psyche said, please, because, and so on and so forth. He said, I'll see. So there is a kind of dance where Psyche dances around Hades, scared, and still trying to get that box to get her lover, and down. In the end, she gets the box and fades. And at that moment, Eros knew and came down to Hades and found Psyche on the floor in a fade. And then came the pas de deux, very fantastic, with Hades, this hard-boiled, pitch black, and this beautiful boy. The fight they had, and this girl in a faint on the floor. But finally he wakes her up and kisses her and so on and so forth, and brings her back to earth, and then is the big wedding. With the big veil, with an enormous veil. You know, she sits on top of that veil, and he stands down, and the veil is it's not silk. It's something very transparent, enormous one, on my shoulders, and I'm carried by all the wood people and wooden people to our lover, and they get so-called married. And so, I mean, that's in short the story, but in the Royal Theatre in Copenhagen, it was a whole evening ballet, and very beautiful, you know, very, very beautiful. So that's what that is what I started in London, so small and so primitive, but the idea was there, the music was there, and the story developed. Plus, the decoration was done by Peter Hein, who in Denmark is a very, very famous man. He's dead now, but he was, yes. And he made in small the whole stage that I took to Holland to my grandmother to be able to study that with the choreography and the music. And there I was several months, you know, enclosed in her house, not allowed to go outside, yeah, but worked and made it perfect. I knew from step to step when the 9 muses pass, you know, the 9 muses pass, all the time something passes on these stairs. And all the time something upstairs with Venus, something happens. Yeah. On Earth, something happens. So it was not a dead thing. It was, if your eyes looked there, it was that. Or if you looked there, or if you looked up, something happened all the time. But so little, so small, and so nearly invisible, you know. I didn't want big treasure, no, not all. The only so were the 2 sisters, because they were jealous. So that's how it began.